Good morning. My name's Mary Findley, and I would like to thank you for coming into my seminar today. Let me give you a little background about who I am and how I got here. I started out cleaning houses professionally for a living, and when I was cleaning, I got really frustrated with mops that are on the market because of the fact that we back then, and it was quite a few years ago, back then we had basically string mops and sponge mops to deal with. They were always getting dirty, they stunk, they were drippy wet, and I knew the floors were not getting clean because of the fact that the mops were always dirty. You can't get a floor clean when your mop is dirty. That got me to thinking. And I developed my own mop that utilizes a Velcro type hook and loop system. So I put the hook fasteners on a mop head that hold on to the loops of a terry cloth towel. The neat thing about it is it gives you a lot of versatility. First of all, it's very fast on the floors. You're not filling up buckets of water, that type of thing. You just dampen the towel down in water, throw it in the washer and dryer when you get done, and you're finished cleaning your floors. You can also use it for dusting cobwebs on the ceiling. Now, I work a lot with the RV industry, and they use it for drying off the sides of their coaches and their RVs. That led, when I had it patented, that led to developing a whole line of cleaning supplies because I realized that most people knew as little about green cleaning as what I do. So I've developed a full line of cleaners, which I'll introduce you to, from my cleaning business that I developed. Now with that, I'm also a cleaning consultant to the RV industry. I'm a green cleaning expert. My book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Green Cleaning, has been on the mark and doing very well for over 3 years now. I'm also a consultant to a lot of magazines like This Old House, Woman's World, Woman's Day, and quite a few others. I've been on national TV, I've been in the New York Times, so I am considered a consultant to the other magazines, TV stations, and things like that as well. Hi, this is Mary Findley, and this segment of my seminar I've titled Green Cleaning 101. There are a lot of people just like yourselves where you may have read 4 or 5 green cleaning books and you're going, I'm just so confused. I don't know where to begin with my green cleaning. On my website, you will find a real handy reference guide. It's under the title Go Green. And in that section, it will teach you all about the various kinds of toxic chemicals, where they're located. It'll take you room by room, your living room, your dining room, the kitchen, the bathroom, what cleaners you're using in there, why they're toxic, what's in those cleaners and why they're toxic, and most important, you'll learn about what it's doing to your health. Okay, there are instances like if you have petroleum distillates in a product, which are often found in car waxes. I've even seen it in furniture care products, things like that. It's been found in some all-purpose cleaners. Petroleum distillates are carcinogenic, but the companies don't like to state so on the bottle, so you may be using something with carcinogens in it and not be aware of it. That's where you need to learn how to read an MSDS sheet. Now, MSDS stands for Material Safety Data Sheet. And again, on my website under Go Green, there's a section called Let's Learn about MSDS Sheets. And it will teach you how to read an MSDS sheet so you know what is in the cleaner or what's in your perfume or whatever that you're using. You know if there's any toxic chemicals in there. So be sure and catch that on my website. But petroleum distillates oftentimes on your MSDS sheet. Companies know that you're aware of the word petroleum distillate, so they hide those words under names like aliphatic hydrocarbon, petroleum, mineral oil. They're all alternative names for petroleum distillates. There's also items in like a car wax called silicone. And again, when we get to cleaning the outside, I'll teach you a lot about the silicone and why it can damage why it's damaging to the surface that you're using and why you may not particularly want to use it. But silicone, again, if a company, I catch them saying all the time that this product is made from proprietary products, and so they won't tell you what's in it. Generally, those companies are hiding the fact that it has silicone in it. So on the MSDS sheet, what you want to look for is go down and read all the way through it, and usually in real fine print, it will say if silicone comes to a temperature of 150 degrees, it turns into formaldehyde and silicone dioxide. That's silicone, and you want to avoid that. So companies can get pretty sneaky with what they're putting in their products. I've even seen bottles where they have these wonderful green trees on them and things like that. And yet when I read the MSDS sheet, they had some pretty toxic chemicals. I've even seen that connected with the Green Seal of Approval sign. That companies with the Green Seal of Approval actually have some toxic cleaners in it. So be sure and learn how to read the MSDS sheet on my website. When people attend my seminar or they grab a hold of my book to read my book, I often will have them reply and get back to me, either phone call or by email, and say, Mary, I can't get over how much better I'm feeling since I went home after your seminar. I got rid of all of my toxic cleaners. I substituted them with part of your product and my own concoctions as well. And I'm feeling better. My asthma is clearing up, my bronchitis is clearing up, my headaches are going away, and they're just having wonderful results simply because they changed the way that they cleaned at home. And again, my website is www.goclean.com. Under the section called Go Green, it'll give you a world of information about toxic chemicals, how to get rid of them, room by room guide there for you. One of the things that I noticed when I started cleaning houses professionally for a living was that I was buying ready-to-use products all the time. They're running around $8 a bottle. And ready-to-use products, you'll know them because they always come with a sprayer on the bottle, or like a toilet bowl cleaner, you just dump it into the toilet when you're ready to clean it. My problem with that is it was costing me a lot of money. And when I started the company, Mary Maupins, I wanted to save people money, and it also, because of the work that I did with people with allergies to the products that I was using, I had to start cleaning green. And so that made me very, very aware not only of the toxins that enter your body from some of these chemicals that you're using, but also what was entering our environment. I realized that these ready-to-use products that come with a sprayer on the bottle, all-purpose cleaners, glass cleaners, toilet bowl cleaners, things like that, where you just are ready to use it right now. Calls those ready to use, or RTU. They're expensive. Have you ever noticed that an all-purpose cleaner will run you about $8 to $9 a bottle? Everybody loves to save money, right? You're loving to save the money. Well, how about if we save money and save the environment at the same time? Does that work for you? Works for me. Woo-hoo. Okay. So what you want to do is switch over to concentrated cleaners, whether it's a product like my Binya, that's a streak-free window cleaner, or a product like my Clean-Ease, that is an all-purpose cleaner that cleans not only showers and toilets, most countertops, stains on carpeting, stains in clothing. You can use a little bit of it to clean your automobile or your RV or your boat, things like that. One bottle of a concentrated cleaner generally will run around maybe $25, $26 a bottle versus $8 a bottle for an RTU, a ready-to-use product. Now this one bottle of Clean-Ease will actually make 8 gallons of cleaner. That's at a cost of maybe $1 a gallon versus $8 a quart. The neat part about using concentrated cleaners, We have over 200 million households in the United States. If you walk into your pantry where you store all of your cleaners, you'll find probably 2 or 3 different kinds of all-purpose cleaners. You'll have one for the bathroom, one for the kitchen. You'll have a stain removal for your carpeting, a stain removal for your clothing, a toilet bowl cleaner, 2 or 3 other bottles simply because of the fact that they didn't work, so you went and bought something else. So your closet has already generally $100 to $125 worth of cleaners in it. So you can reduce the amount of bottles that you're wasting by going with one good concentrated cleaner that will make you 35 quarts, 8 gallons of cleaner. It's going to save you over $200 just by switching to a concentrated cleaner. The really neat part, and this is the part I really like about the work that I do, is I get not only to help save your health, but also that of our Earth Mother. It's really important that we start reversing the damage that we're doing to her because her time is running out. So if I get 200 million families in America switched over to a concentrated, by the way, Cleanings is EPA certified. It's also Green Seal certified. I just don't have the seal on there. But when I get everybody switched over to concentrated cleaners, it will save over 1.2 trillion. That's right, 1.2 trillion plastic bottles. Now, what I want you to realize is all plastic comes from petroleum. So it's going to help greatly reduce our use of oil. It also requires manufacturing the plastic, which requires energy. It requires transporting the plastic bottles from the factory where they're manufactured to the factory where the bottle is filled. It reduces the amount of labels, which there's toxic ink on the labels. It reduces the amount of product that's taken to the distribution centers by truck, then reduces the amount of fuel used from the distribution center to the store. You can greatly help our Earth Mother reduce a lot of our carbon footprints on the earth simply by switching products. Great part is you're going to save money too. Before we start cleaning the inside of your home or the inside of your RV, we're going to kind of combine both of those subjects today. Before we start cleaning those, I have a general rule of my cleaning that I like to share with everyone, and that is give your product time to work. When you're cleaning and you have a stain on the carpet or you have stains on your clothing or a really greasy spot like on your kitchen countertops, spray Cleanies or your organic all-purpose cleaner on that spot, let it set for 5 or 6 minutes and go attend to something else. That gives your product time to dissolve the grease, the oil, the dirt, lift it out of the carpet, and then come back. Now, when you go to clean a stain out of the carpet, there's a couple things that I want you to remember. How many of you have ever removed a stain out of the carpet and 2 weeks later it was back again? We've all done that, right? Well, the reason why is because you haven't gotten the cleaner rinsed out of the carpet. So dirt that even drifts in from an open window or dirt from the bottom of your feet, we'll talk about that in just a moment, all collect on that sticky residue that's in your carpet. So what you want to do is get a bottle of distilled white vinegar. Now the vinegar that you use, make sure the label states made from grain. I recently have read that bottles, vinegar bottles labeled safe for food or safe for pickles may be made from petroleum, which was really shocking to me. I thought all of those were made from grain. It's not necessarily so. The FDA now allows petroleum to be made, quote, in a safe manner for food. I'm sorry, it's going to be very difficult to convince me that a petroleum product is safe to eat. So look for the word made from grain on your vinegar. Now, vinegar does a couple of things. One of the things is it boosts the cleaning ability of the cleaner that you're using. So the vinegar is going to reboost the cleaner that you didn't get rinsed out of the carpeting, but it also extracts the cleaners out of your carpeting. So it's going to pull those up out of the carpet. It will prevent those stains from coming back. Now, the way that you want to block carpeting, everybody always gets down, they grab a rag, you start scrubbing, and that is the number one way to put a nice fuzzy spot in your carpeting. Let's not do that. Take your cloth, dampen that down in some vinegar and water, form a knuckle, poke your knuckle into the cloth, and then you're going to put your knuckle facing to the right, and you're going to twist clockwise on that carpeting. Can everybody see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to twist clockwise on the carpeting. Your carpet fibers are twisted clockwise. So what that does is allow you to extract that stain from in between the carpet fibers without leaving the fuzzy spots. Now, when you do that one time, switch spots on your towel so you don't respread what you just picked up out of the carpet. You're not respreading on the carpet. Okay, one of the problems too that we come into, I've cleaned homes professionally, and a lot of people during my seminars will pop up and go, Mary, you clean professionally. What are your trade secrets to speed cleaning? Well, one of the major things is to declutter. And I've had people come back to me and say, you know, I've read cleaning books where they say to declutter and you're supposed to get out 4 or 5 boxes and go through rooms at a time. I don't have time to do that. Is there an easier way that I can declutter my home, keep things picked up, that's not going to be so inconvenient? I said, yeah, sure. Just every time you leave a room, pick something up and take it with you and put it away. It's either going to go to Goodwill. If you haven't used it for, say, the last year or so, take it to Goodwill. Or maybe it's time just to throw it away if it's an old magazine or something. If you have a lot of old magazines or newspaper articles that you're wanting to store, go buy a hole punch and some 3-ring binders. Take the articles out of the magazine, put them in a 3-ring binder. But every time that you walk out of a room, take something with you. It is absolutely amazing within 2 or 3 weeks how quickly that room is going to be decluttered. Because when you get in to start cleaning, there's no way when you have 15 products on your bathroom countertop are you going to be able to quickly clean that bathroom counter or the kitchen counter or dust, you know, your living room or your dining room or anything else. When it's cleaned off, that makes it really easy. Now, a little trick that I do at home, like the night before I know I'm going to clean my home, is I will take everything off of the bathroom counter, put it underneath the cabinet. Same thing with the kitchen. I'll take everything off of the kitchen counters and put it away. I just do that while I'm cleaning dishes or I'm brushing my teeth in the morning. You know, make it easy for yourself, where you can do something with one hand, put something else away with the other hand. And when in the morning, or in the afternoon or the evening, when you're ready to start cleaning your home, those countertops are real easy to clean. They're bare, there's nothing on them. What you're going to do then is grab 2 towels, and you're going to take 2 towels in each hand. Now, one towel you're going to spray with your all-purpose cleaner or your window cleaner, whatever you're cleaning, and you're going to begin circling. So one towel is going to clean, the other towel is going to dry. It's a great aerobic workout that you're doing, but it's also very fast and it's very effective.